Guys, what's up? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Thank you for joining me once again, my friends. I hope all is well with you. Guys, if you don't mind, could you hit the like and also make sure that you remain subscribed to the channel? YouTube has been taking my subs for, I guess, forever. You know what I mean? I got to the point where I was almost at 14,000 and it took forever to get to that. And then it just started going backwards, like your favorite roller coaster. It takes you to the peak and then starts slowly going back down. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel. So, guys, just make sure that you are still subscribed because I still get people coming into my comment section all the time telling me, I didn't know you were still making videos. I haven't seen you in forever. They're not getting notifications. Okay. So please do that for you. Do that for me. I appreciate it. Now, guys, I want to get into the topic of the video. And what I'm asking is it possible? Is it okay for Black sci-fi, sci-fantasy fans to be objective in our criticism? All right, because it seems to me that the shill media wants to play this scenario where Black people are just supposed to like anything with Black people in it, uh, regardless of whether it's good or not. Like we just can't have any criticisms at all. We have to accept it unconditionally, and I push back on that because I believe that we are a free thinking people, just like any other human being on the face of the planet. You know what I mean? Like it's healthy to have differences of opinion, but that's not what I'm seeing with pop culture when it comes to science fiction and these TV shows and these movies and things. If they put a black face in it, you damn well better sure get on code, as they say. All right. I just see a lot of thought control here. And it goes back to, of course, when Biden famously said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Because most of the time, these shills, it's a narrative that's being pushed by non-black people. So I hate to see us being corralled like this, right? So the latest example of this would be Ironheart, which debuted a couple of days ago. And this is something that Marvel had up on the shelf for a while because they knew that it actually wasn't a show that they were proud of. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, I'm not the one who's making this up. This is the truth, right? So finally, they decided to go on and dump that out there. And in the process of dumping that out there, they wrapped it up in a beautiful package of Black pride. And they gave it to us. And all over the internet, it was being put out there along with the statement that Black people had to rally around this show. I did a video talking about that a couple of days ago. Now, I want to show you something that makes me ask this question, all right? And it, of course, is something that I saw on X that makes me do this. And this is the reason why I'm on X. And here it is. Okay, so you see here this tweet, and it says, this is the major reason they don't like it. They can't relate to it. They can't relate, and it doesn't look like them. The storyline fire. The storyline fire. Okay, it's Ebonics. The storyline fire, and it honestly deserves more episodes than just 6. This person is retweeting. The original tweet says, half an hour in, oh, this shit is unapologetically black. Yeah, they aren't going to like it, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Hashtag Ironheart. Now, the thing that upsets me about this, guys, is that we spend so much time on they and them. It's like we truly believe in pronouns here because everything is about they. Like they don't even talk about what they think about this show. They can't critically break it down, all right? It's got to be the best thing ever because it's unapologetically black, whatever that means. I could say that I'm unapologetically black. Like who's apologizing for being black? You know what I mean? I'm as black as they get. Am I walking around saying, I'm sorry? I'm sorry that I'm so dark skinned. I'm sorry that I'm so black. Oh, I apologize. No, this is more of that, the American Society of Magical Negro stuff, you know, where there's this belief that there has to be some magical Negroes that's always apologizing to white people for whatever. Okay. So when you get a show that is black, so to speak, then it's got to be unapologetically black because they put black faces on it, right? But you can't be critical of this show. It can't just be, I like this about it, I don't like that about it. If you have any criticism at all, you would be apologizing. You would be kissing their boot heels All right, because everything is about they, them, right? They never talk about how we feel about how we're being portrayed here, right? There are some good things about this, there are some bad things about this. When you see these shows that consistently promote fatherlessness, when they promote promiscuity, when they promote lawlessness, you can't pick up on things like that. The mere fact that there's black people in it and they're doing some fantastical shit means that you're supposed to be totally on board 100%. There's no 90%, there's no 50%. It's got to be 100% because they won't like it. And that's the reason why I tell people all the time that being black can't be the end all be all for us. We have to see our humanity so that we can be objective. We can be human. All right. Because to far too many people, being black simply means being the opposite of white. And that's what you see in a situation like this. All right. So let me show you some of these comments that are here. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, can't wait to watch it. Can't wait to watch it. But here's something that I found very interesting. All right. You got this guy here. He says, as both a black man and an avid Marvel Comics fan, this show is bad. The premise of the character is bad. The story is bad. The acting is atrocious. I'm embarrassed for them, to be honest. All right. So, hold up. Let me see what the response here. Somebody comes back and says, said a black man. You can't even name one thing that's bad. You can't even name one thing that's bad, he says. He just said the show is bad. The premise of the character is bad. The story is bad. The acting is atrocious. But this person comes back and says, you can't even name one thing that's bad, but you're an avid Marvel fan. I can't stand any of you mother effers, this person says. Wow. You see what I'm talking about, guys? We don't respect each other's opinions and our ability to be objective, to have a constructive conversation without somebody saying, I'm sick of you, right? So I don't know, bro. It's like, this is what I'm talking about. We won't get better as a creative force until we hold each other to a higher standard. Critically speaking, we can actually we are capable of constructive criticism. This person didn't get on here and curse people out. He just said the show was bad in his opinion. The acting was bad in his opinion. And guess what? There's a lot of people who share that opinion who happen to be black. But the reasons why we get overshadowed is because so many people are concerned with they, them. I bet they're not going to like it. That's the reason why creators like me in this space don't get as many views. We don't get as much of the publicity or anything like that because everybody's running over there. Did it ever occur to you that the more you talk about they and them over there, the larger they get? You know what I mean? And the smaller we get over here because everybody's running over there to react to what they're doing. It's about time you got hip to the game. But anyway, guys, this is going to be a short one. I just wanted to show you that. Make you think about this. If you're one of those people out there who is preoccupied and obsessed with they and them over there, you might want to think about us a little bit and how we're being portrayed, what we think, and how they could, believe it or not, do better. All right, guys. So that's it. This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. As always, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe if you want to contribute to the channel. Well, you can go on and do that through the Super Thanks feature in each and every one of my videos. Thank you guys for listening. I will catch you on the next one. This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.